Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my channel and welcome if you're watching on Facebook. I'm just going to get my iPhone up so that I can communicate with you on these different platforms. I'm trying a really cool thing where I'm streaming on Facebook for the first time, as well as streaming on my YouTube channel. So I think it's working. So that's really cool. So welcome everybody. Lovely to see you. It's a beautiful day here in the UK. And what the guys were talking to me about this morning was the aspect of karma, because this afternoon at 1:30 UK time, I'm running the first of our monthly retreats, which is on releasing the childhood trauma triggers from the karmic timelines before. But one of the things that they were talking to me about was how forgiveness is really key to expanding our light. And I definitely know that myself. I know that my journey of forgiveness with myself and with others from times before has been really, really pivotal in my journey of living my true mission. And I really do believe that, and I feel wholeheartedly that I live my mission and I love it every day of the week. So I want you to feel like that as well. And so what I wanted to do today was a short process, a short meditation to help you to connect with a part of you that needed to forgive yourself. Okay, so we're going to do that at the end. So stay around for a bit. So have you noticed that we are in this incredible time and it is very powerful energies? We are in what I call an eclipse sandwich. We're in big eclipse sandwiches at the moment. We just had the solar eclipse in Taurus. If you're not into astrology, don't worry. And we're just coming up to having the lunar eclipse, which is a total lunar eclipse in Scorpio. And this is because we've got the south and north nodes going on. If you're interested in astrology, I run 2 events a month. Just go to my website, susankennard.co.uk, and you can join me, which would be fantastic. So I really go into depths about the astrology. So as we are approaching this next part of expansion, it's really important for us to honour that part of us that perhaps we are kind of unkind to, or we say these unwanted words to our body, or we should have been somewhere else, she should be further on our path, we should have done this by now, we should have more money in the bank, all this kind of stuff. And actually, if we were to be able to actually accept ourselves and really forgive ourselves, then where do you think we would be? Well, we would be living in our present moment. And Eckhart Tolle talks about the power of now all of the time. And I really like to quote him because I really like him as a channel. I really like his work. I love what he stands for. And the power of now is really what it's about. So many of you know, I won a Hay House Babel Press publishing contract with my book, Awaken the Light Within Your Heart, which will be out this year. And I'm right at the point now where I am doing the legal parts, but I don't have any attachment to outcome. So the reason why I wrote the book was so that I could help people heal and so that I could reach those people that perhaps couldn't reach me by working with me privately or on my groups or even know about me. And I wanted to reach more people so that they remembered who they were and could heal themselves. So that's why I wrote the book. So when I handed it over to the universe, when I sent in for the writers' competition, and in June last year, I found out that I was one of the lucky winners. I feel very honoured to have that. But when I sent it in, I just handed it over. So I had a little bit of a ego with it, a little bit of a human bit with me, which was like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen. I wonder what's going to happen. But I kind of let it go. And I said to the guides, if this is meant to be out there this way, then that's the way it will be out there. And if it's not, I'll self-publish it. And I didn't mind either way. I knew I was going to get it out there. So the reason why I'm telling you that story is because living in the now moment allows us to enjoy the journey. Okay. But if we're always saying, I should have been there, I should be doing something else, I should have been there already, I should have, already perhaps completed a project, I should have already done this, I should, that kind of thing. If we're constantly doing that, it's reminding us of the child within, where perhaps at school we were told that, perhaps our family told us, that you should get on with that. You should be doing your homework. Definitely had that, right? And so when you're saying these things to yourself, you're recreating the frequency, the guides say, recreating the frequency of that energy of essentially not living in the present moment. Does that make sense? So when we can actually forgive a little part of ourselves, and even if we just did that every day, and we came to that place where we could actually forgive that part of us, then we would be able to step more fully into this present moment and not be necessarily thinking, well, what is going to happen next week? What is going to happen next year? So right now, in this really pivotal time, and I'm going live now on the 9th of May 22. So if you're listening to this on my YouTube channel or on some replay somewhere, then this is a pivotal time for us all. We're recreating times from the Atlantean times, other timelines that we've lived on. And so we're recreating this now because this is all an experiment. So this human existence that we have is all an experiment. But I'll talk more about that on my karmic workshop this afternoon, which is at 1:30. And you can find those details. I'll leave them below, but you can find those details if you really want to do some deep karmic clearing today. And there are 2 parts to this karmic clearing workshop. So if you think about where you are today, what part of you actually feels that you need to forgive yourself for not being somewhere else? Okay, so we're going to do a little exercise at the end in a few minutes where we're going to connect with that part of us, just one part of us today that needs to forgive ourselves to help us to live more in the present moment. All right, okay. So I would also like to tell you that tomorrow night, which is Tuesday, the 10th, in fact, Mercury goes retrograde that day, I am actually holding a free masterclass. So it's a free masterclass. You'll find it over on my YouTube channel, which is Susan Kennard. Just subscribe there and then you'll get the notification. But it's 7 p.m., 7 p.m. UK. And it is a masterclass on connecting with your guides. Okay, so we'll be connecting with our guides. I'll be talking about a particular recipe I teach, and I'll be giving that to you so that you can actually learn it yourself. And then we're going to be working and having a bit of fun working with our guides, and it's going to be in a very safe, beautiful, sacred space. Okay, so I'd love you to join me. It's totally free. Just turn up on my YouTube channel, which is Susan Kennard, and I'll leave the link below so that you can just subscribe. If you're watching this on Facebook, I'll leave the link for you. If not, you're on YouTube already and you're watching me. But essentially, I want you to feel that you can really start to develop that relationship with your guides. And if you already have a relationship with your guides, then it's going to be a great opportunity just to reconnect with them. And maybe a new guide might pop in for you, because as the veil is becoming thinner and thinner and thinner, it's almost as if we have our best friend with us at all times. I definitely feel like that about my guides, my council of light. I feel like I have my best mate with me at all times, and I can just kind of chat to them. So that is a really, really helpful way of helping you trust and live more fully in the present moment. Okay, so I'm going to get on with this meditation now. So if you're listening in the now moment, brilliant. If you're listening in the after moment, meaning on the replay, equally brilliant. Feel free to share this video with anyone you choose across any platforms. I'm completely public. I have no restrictions with any of that. So please do share if you feel it will help somebody. Okay, so let's come into our heart space. I've already created a beautiful sacred space. So just come into your heart space. Good. So I want you just to breathe into your heart. And as you start to breathe into your heart, start to be conscious of your breath. And I want you to start seeing that light within your heart and expand that light out. And let's imagine it as a golden white light, one of the highest vibrations that we are reflecting at the moment. So just feel into that beautiful white golden light. Yeah. And just expand that throughout the whole of your body, all the way down to your feet, remembering to breathe. And just feel that go throughout every cell and just imagine it traveling, that light traveling through you, helping you to stay in the present moment, to stay in that now moment, seeing that light expanding, that beautiful light throughout the whole of your body, reminding you of the beautiful light that you are. Just feel the sense of being connected to Mother Earth. And just imagine a beautiful star under your feet, connecting you. This is your Earth star, connecting you to Mother Earth, that part of you that's human. And then I want you to imagine that there are silver cords going down from your Earth star right down into the center of Mother Earth, reminding you that you're always supported, that you're always loved. And then I want you to bring that beautiful golden white energy all the way up to the crown of your head. And imagine that expansive crown energy going up to the universe and connecting with your soul star, which holds all of the knowledge of all of the lifetimes that you've ever had. And I want you to see a stream of light coming down from a beautiful soul star, holding all your gifts, and see that flooding throughout you, almost as if you're in a shower of love. But this shower of love is pure, sparkling, iridescent light. And now I want you to come back into your heart. And I want you just to consider for a moment one thing that you feel that you're hard on yourself for, that you think you should have done already. Maybe it's a conversation you should have had. Maybe it's a project you should have finished. Whatever it might be, maybe it's the weight you should have lost. Whatever it is for you. And then I want you to invite that little part of you, that little child part of you, to be present. And some of you may be able to see them, But don't worry if you can't. Just know that the intention that you're inviting that inner child to be present with you is enough. And I want you to acknowledge that little child by surrounding them with angels. Just imagine angels around a little child, allowing them to feel safe and secure, and reminding them that they're never on their own. And then I want you to say to your little child, I'm so sorry that you felt you had to be perfect. I'm so sorry that you felt it was your responsibility to heal the world. I'm so sorry that you forgot you were always loved and looked after by the universe. I'm so sorry that you felt you needed to look outside of you for love when it was always within your heart. And then if you feel there's something else that you need to acknowledge your inner child with, that is relevant to what you feel you should have done, then just acknowledge your inner child by starting with, I'm so sorry. And then I want you to imagine that you could pick that little child up and bring them into your heart and feel that sense of expansion in your light as you do that. Take a deep breath. And then come back to me. And just think about that thing that you felt you should have achieved. How does it feel to you now? Maybe it might feel a little softer for you. And I want you today, or for the whole rest of the week, just acknowledge every time you say something to yourself that I should have done this. I should have been somewhere else. Oh, I wish I'd done that. Whatever it is. And just acknowledge that part of you by saying, I'm so sorry. Yeah? And as you do that, each part of you, and you don't know which part of you it is, could be a tiny part of you growing in the womb, could be an 8-year-old, could be a 2-year-old, could be a toddler, whatever, could be a teenager. Each part of you that you acknowledge, you're healing that part of you within, and you're giving yourself compassion. And as you do that, you're healing the timelines, because today is never about today. It's always about before. And today just reflects the perceptions and the frequency of before. And we just play it out in our lives as we play it out with our relationships, with our friendships, with our money situation, with our work, with our body, however we play it out. And now is the time where we're going through this incredible karmic clearing from the timelines that we had before, where we were trying to reach ascension. But I'll talk more about that in my karmic workshop at 1:30 today. I'd love to have you there. If you like this video and you really enjoyed it, please like and subscribe my YouTube channel so that you never miss a video. And please share with anyone that you feel you would like to. Much love for now. And I'm just going to look at my messages to see if there's anyone here live, just to acknowledge you. And then I will see you all very soon. Ah, beautiful. Lanelle, hello. Rita, hello. Lovely to see you on here, Rita. Yes, I know. We kept reconnecting with our guides. Don't forget, everybody, tomorrow evening, 7 p.m. UK, free masterclass on connecting with your guides. And let's see how much fun we have bringing those guides in and working with them. Okay, much love. See you very soon.